Hi guys, welcome to Multiverse. Let's play a bit with our friend, the Composite Batman Superman. Basically, the last time I used him was to farm for Mr. Miracle collections, or just farm for collections actually. I should probably make a proper Mr. Miracle video at some point. We'll see. And also, since then, basically I sold I think one more, so my cash flow went to 950 something thousand. So basically, when I came back, there was one or two other items that I'd sold. So so I had maybe five items that didn't quite sell just yet. But now I just added a couple more, so we'll see. Just a refresher. Basically, it's been a while since I played with this character, and also I tweaked it a bit. So odds are you guys have no idea what that character can do. Basically, this is a character that's supposed to have all the powers of Batman, Superman, and the entire legion of superheroes. And he's a bad guy, obviously. So what I'm going to use with him today is Mass Levitation, Multi-Shot Batarang, Convalescence, Invisibility, Reflect Pain, and Heat Vision. I may tweak Reflect Pain for something else. Actually, I will do that right now. And I'll do it later. So that's the loadout I'm going to use today. The Batarang, obviously, because it's Batman. The Heat Vision, because it's Superman. Invisibility for Invisible Kid. Reflect Pain, that's the one I should probably use Thought Bubble instead. I'll give it a try. And Mass Levitation sort of mimics Cosmic Boy's magnetic powers. So I'm going to play Riddler missions. Also, basically, I showed you guys how to farm a whole bunch of collections. But there are what is called OP collections or Omnipotence collections that you can actually farm with your character. The way to be able to do that is to be able to there's a feat that you have to unlock in order to be able to do that. So if you go into your feats, if you go all the way down to episodes and all the way down to riddled with crime, then there is a feat that you can purchase. I'm not sure if I already purchased it. No, I guess not. So there is a feat that you can purchase that will allow you to get Omnipotence collections. I always forget what the name is, so give me just a second that I can find it. Oh, there we are. It's a quantifiable street cred. Basically, uh, they added this mechanic about a year ago. I think they added that pretty much at the same time as they added time capsules to the game. They added this mechanic where essentially if you gather like a full set of, in this case, Batman Beyond gear, uh, or if you get a full set of gear, basically either the time capsule gear or the vendor gear, usually it will give you a feat that will unlock the ability to be able to get Omnipotence collections from certain missions. I don't think it's every missions that actually give it. It's usually group missions or missions that you have to use your on-duty menu. But we'll just give it a try. So basically, I'm going to purchase that feat. It's not too expensive, so the hardest part is that you have to have the Batman Beyond gear with one of your characters, and then you can unlock that gear. Or there's also the Riddler gear. If you have the Riddler gear, it will also unlock that gear. And basically, what it does is that if you look at the Batman Beyond gear, you will see at the bottom that it says grants one insidious insight while worn. So that's what you want. You want insidious insight, and basically you need 8 points of insidious insight. And strangely enough, you have 8 pieces of gear that you can equip. So once you get the full set of Batman Beyond gear, or the full set of Riddler gear, then you can unlock the feat, and then you can get the OP collections. Let's go into the Riddler with Crime, the Amusement Mile. Oh, actually, I'm going to switch to PvE because I'm not Magneto. Or it's not my multiverse character, so I'll probably get beaten the crap out of. Even though they put everyone at the same level, there's a little trick that some players are doing, and that they wear their PvP gear and they go into the Amusement Mile mission. So they're pretty much gaming the system, I suppose. I probably could have played still in the PvP map, but basically last time I played on the PvP map, I found out that there were heroes were able to come all the way up here, put mines all over the place, and as soon as you spawn, obviously you die. Now let's grab our free mark first, and we'll talk to Talia. So basically this little console gives you a free, in this case a free marked bill, but if I was logging in with a character that has the appropriate combat rating, I would also get a free mark of victory. Which reminds me I should probably log in with my multiverse in a bit. So let's talk to our friend Talia. Then we'll talk to our friend Killer Frost. And then we'll talk to all of our friends. So basically the missions, as a rule of thumb, it may not be exactly it, but as a rule of thumb, the missions that gives you like 8 marks of victory kind of sort of almost count as a group mission, and you can get you have a good chance of getting Omnipotence gear from those missions. Again, it's not guaranteed. You're not guaranteed to get Omnipotence collections. You have a chance to get them. So if you're lucky, you'll get them. If not, oh, you're gonna have to try again. Basically, it's the weekly missions and the open world map that gives you a chance at Omnipotence collection. So if you don't get them today, you're gonna have to try it next week. Or if you have a whole bunch of alternate characters, then you can farm those Omnipotence collections with all your characters, and that's how you can pretty much manage to farm those collections and sell them for a few dollars. I should probably let's see if there are people who are doing the 333 mission. So if we go into looking for group, we'll see that there's probably people asking for, or possibly people asking for other players to do the 333 mission. If not, then we'll ask. So let's see if someone invites us. If not, we'll ask again in a bit. I hate when the camera goes crazy like that and you have no control over it. Oh yeah, I'm using too many characters, so sometimes I lose track of who's using what. So in this case, our friend is using hand blasters, which kind of mimics the hand blasting abilities of a few Legion members. And also with hand blasters, you can pretty much mimic someone who uses brawling also. You have a few nice brawling combos that you can use. So that's, I guess, one of the reasons why I enjoy Hand Blaster so much, is that you can pretty much switch between Hand Blasters. That works as a ranged ability, or if you need to, you can pretty much use it as a brawler, which I've done many times in the past. There was a time around tier 6, around the time we got the first Hall of Powers DLC, where more often than not, I would my character would double down as both a controller and a tank. Somehow, very often we didn't have tanks in our missions, so thanks to the various shields that my character had, I could do a pretty good impersonation of a tank if I needed to. It was a bit tricky, but it was doable. Basically, I had various shields, and I had the fortified blocking mod, which was pretty much increasing my defense when I was blocking. And of course, being a controller, I could do plenty of crowd control. The only tricky part sometimes is trying to do the power over time, or even power dump, because basically I needed to block in order to be able to tank properly. So sometimes I had to let go of the block for just a second in order to be able to start the power overtime again. But sometimes, but I had to time it right, because sometimes if I would stop blocking at the wrong moment, well, obviously my character would be dead. Ideally, I would cast a shield, and then I would cast power overtime. But it was often a case-by-case basis. Sometimes it worked really well, sometimes not so well. So many times at the time of Hall of Powers Part 1, I pretty much was a tank troller, sort of. So sadly, as you can see, it's Monday morning. No one does the 333 mission, or at least no one does on the villain side, which I guess is another thing. Lots more player on the hero side than on the villain side, so much easier to find groups if you play as a hero. If you play as a villain, I'd strongly suggest that prepare yourselves to be able to play solo a lot. It's sad, but what can you do? The good thing though is that you can sort of play this universe online solo if you have to. Of course, it's harder than it used to be. Basically, before you could pretty much do, once you were high level enough, you could pretty much do 8-player missions by yourself if you wanted to, at least low level ones. But sadly, they pretty much got rid of that. You probably can still do it in like tier 1, and even then, I'd be curious to see if it still works. I tried, Fortress of Solitude when they just released Game Update 73, and sadly, I pretty much I made it a bit, but at some point, there's no way I could do it. Maybe if I try it again, I could probably maybe defeat the first boss, but that's probably as far as I would be able to go. So there's usually a better spot over here to see the Joker's top stooge. There they are. And usually I have my invisibility the loadout that allows me to have other powers. Of course, it depends on using invisibility, but as you saw, the cooldown isn't that long. But you do have to wait a bit. And also, as soon as you get hit by anything, you're no longer invisible. But if you time it right, usually it's not too big an issue. Now let's go see our friend the penguin. I knew I was forgetting something. Let's ask again for 333. I guess I could try to invite J. Gibraltar. we'll see. I guess it's going to be me and our friend. So let's go and join him. There's usually... Oh, there's also... Oh yeah, I forgot about her. I'll do her after. I'll do our mission, not her. So, and also you can see the transporters pretty much count for both missions. They count for the shakedown mission, and they count for defeat the gang war mission. So at least early on, it's a good idea to start with those. They're fairly easy to find. The biggest challenge, I guess, is to be able to find it before someone else jumps on it. Because usually in this area there's a lot of players. We're pretty close to the heroes' spawn point. So by default, a lot of heroes, as soon as they spawn, they come here. Let's see if we can defeat Clayface with this character. Don't you love it when heroes and villains team up together? Like one big happy family. So basically we got the... we did get a collection, but not an Omnipotence one. Although once we open the reward crate, maybe we'll get a collection there. Well, I don't remember exactly how that actually works. Oh, I didn't realize I had this little fella here. And of course we have our little friend, the servo droid. Oh, our friend left. And we did not even see what it looks like. I'm so sad now. So sadly, Monday morning, usually not a good time to run missions. Unless you don't mind playing solo. You saw what happens when you don't switch to melee when characters are right up against you. I may have made a boo-boo. The worst that could happen is that we somehow don't complete the 3v3 mission right away. There's nothing saying that you have to do it all in one go. You can do it, you have until the next reset to be able to do it. That fire is pretty nasty. I wouldn't underestimate it. Let's go click on that little thingy. And let's take one more look at looking for group. Sorry about that. It's been a long day and it just started. Let's come back. Oh, here's our last stooge. We have no beef against Mr. Freeze. Come on. Poor Victor. So if you look at the, where's the equipment vendor? So if you look at the equipment vendor, you'll see, someday you will see it. Could have sworn. Oh, we can't. Oh, I'm so sad now. Basically, in order to be able to, I guess, if you have a character that's not quite at the level, you cannot purchase the Riddler gear just yet. Which I didn't realize until now. Oh well. So let's open our little box then. That hopefully will contain something good. Let's see. Let's see. What do we need? A back piece or a ring? Let's go for the back piece. So sadly, no OP collection with this little guy, but we did get a second fiddle collection. And then number 4 off Robin collection. And let's see what's in the box. Let's go for the Necromancer shoulders. Usually I would look, I'll keep it in case one of my other characters needs it more. So basically whatever you get from Prometheum log boxes, you can just keep it and wait until maybe some of your other characters actually needs it. You don't have to use it right away. So as you can see, we crossed the million mark with our character. So let's put the shoulders here in case we need it with another character, and the same with the collections. Odds are I'll probably just sell them, but you never know. Now let's see the gear we got. Basically I have this belt that's useless, but maybe the back piece here will be good for something. Actually, it is good. It's not a huge improvement, as you can see, 573. But the idea is to, if it can help raise the combat rating a bit, that wouldn't be a bad thing. But nah, it doesn't seem to have done so. So let's imprint our new back piece. Let's do that for our other armory as well. And I just realized, oh, I don't have any mods. Okay. I was going to say I forgot to put mods, but actually I didn't forget anything. Yes, it's a character that I'm using without any mods at all, because basically I haven't purchased anything from the mainframe just yet with this character. It's one of my billion alternate characters, and for a long time I just wasn't purchasing the mainframe boosts with alternate characters. So anyway, so sadly we didn't get an OP collection, but we did get a few other collections. So ideally that's what you want to do. You want to log in with one character. Ideally you should complete the 333 mission, and also the one with the transporters. So if you complete those 2 missions, you should have a good chance of getting the OP collections. But then again, I've been reading on the forum stories about people who have we didn't see a single OP collections for weeks. So who knows? So people seems to think that maybe the Halloween seasonal messed up the collections somehow, and the OP collections no longer dropped. That is possible, but there's no real way to know at this point. So that's pretty much it for now, guys. I'll probably log in later for the live stream, or maybe I'll put up one or two other videos in the meantime. I'm thinking about rearranging a bit the way I post videos. I guess I'll think about it some more, and I'll let you guys know what I've planned for the future or the past. So as always, guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.